This may be the most important economic concept that you will ever hear. To understand inflation, you must first understand the concept of supply and demand. When the supply of real goods increase, the cost of real goods drops. When the demand increases and the supply is removed, price must increase. That sounds simple, but once you understand it, the whole economy starts to look different. If your job helps create, repair, transport, build, grow, manufacture, or distribute real wealth, then your labor is anti-inflationary in function. You are adding something real to the economy. You're increasing the supply. Your production is anti-inflationary. Now, on the flip side of this same clipped coin, individuals who make money off of speculation, interest, or any other form of income which does not have a direct tie to the distribution or creation of wealth become one of the primary engines of inflation. Some examples would be banks that profit off of interest, political lobbying organizations, and financial institutions that create claims on wealth without creating wealth itself. And to make matters worse, the same financial and political parasites have access to what functions like an infinite money printer, the Federal Reserve, a system that operates by issuing interest-bearing bonds and expanding the national debt in a way that ensures debt can never truly be paid off. I must also add that the national debt directly feeds the inflation machine. The money we owe as a national debt is not gone from the market. It remains in the system as a claim against your future labor, future taxes, and future production. This debt expands the measurement of the system without expanding the real wealth of the system. It creates more claims against wealth without creating more wealth itself. And when the claims on wealth grow faster than wealth itself, your wage is devalued. I might also add that the definition of wealth is a physical thing that is created when a man combines the raw materials of the earth with the labor of his hands. This wealth that is created is the end point of the economic system. In this sense, wealth is anti-money. It is the opposite of money. Wealth is the only real thing itself, while money is only a claim on that thing. In a just system, money should act as a receipt for labor that has already been finished, not as a weapon used to manipulate the people who produce the wealth. Even those with immense riches understand that the physical item is the goal, and the currency is only a means to an end. And if you have followed me thus far, I must also add that the true sin of the German National Socialist Workers' Party was that they attempted to circumvent the global debt-based banking system by instituting a currency model tied directly to labor, production, and national output. In this system, the wealth created by the German producer acted as the variable that gave the currency its base value. It functioned as a check and a balance against inflationary extraction, because the value of a currency was not supposed to be measured only by debt, speculation, or interest-bearing financial instruments. The purpose was to protect the German producers from the same financial extraction that had helped bleed Germany dry during the hyperinflation of the Weimar Republic. There are many similarities between Weimar Germany and modern-day America, but the major difference is the length in time in which it took their currency to inflate versus ours. What happened in Weimar Germany over roughly a decade has happened in America over the course of a century. The difference is speed. Their currency was destroyed rapidly, while ours has been devalued slowly, essentially boiling the American frog so gradually that we would never realize we were being cooked. The solution, however, is simple, but is buried under mountains of propaganda and historical taboo, found in the writings of my hero Gottfried Feder and Adolf the painter, God rest his soul. The solution is a labor-backed currency, a monetary system where the variable of national wealth produced act as a check and a balance of the economy. Instead of giving all the economic financial power to a privately owned banking cartel and running the productive life of the nation through the Federal Reserve, a labor-backed currency would measure the input versus the output. It would ask, how much real wealth did the nation produce, and how much currency should exist in relation to that product? This is the principle. Money should not be created as an endless interest-bearing debt. Money should function as a receipt for completed labor, finished production, and the real national wealth. This is the concept about the economy that our government doesn't want you to understand. And this is the concept that they have buried under the mountain of propaganda around World War II. I would say the H word, but I can't. They'll censor me because they don't want us talking about it. Make sure you like, share, and repost this video. Comment, Labor Dollar Revolution, if you believe in National Socialism, Gottfried Feder, and the painter, God rest his soul. Christ is King. Hail victory. Until we meet again, my friends.